All praises to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Unto His holy name. Greetings, family. Wanted to speak a little bit on this in reference to reparation. I see that it's out there in the media, and just to sum it all up, they're not going to do right by us. It will take a divine intervention for them to do things right. So we must wait on the Most High. Now, I can't say if things will get lined up and things are being placed in motion, and it could be the beginning stage of what's to come. So let me read this right here. It says, Genesis 15:13, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. So we know back in early 2018, Trump signed a legal document saying that we were in America for 400 years. Okay. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't fit the ones that went to Jamaica or Cuba or the ones that stayed on the continent who was colonized and also enslaved. So I get that. But this prophecy is speaking about the ones that were taken for 400 years, and not saying that it can't apply to others, but it's something significant about America. It's something significant about the slaves that came here. And why? Because we, for one, was under what is considered at one point the most powerful nation on the whole earth. Father scattered us to the four corners of the earth, but accordingly, it wouldn't make sense if Father give power in the same magnitude to all nations. That mean that, well, then who would be the most powerful? So I believe that everything will fall in line accordingly, but let's just focus in on this 400 years because it's a legal document that also say it. And this prophecy that they said happened in Egypt did not in this manner. They weren't enslaved. Our forefathers weren't enslaved for 400 years there in Egypt. It comes out to be about 215 years when you do the adding of the time they leaving from like Jacob and the 12 sons, or 11 sons, and going to Egypt. You can go by the year of when ones die. Even there's a great video on YouTube that explains it as well. So it says that they sojourned between Canaan and Egypt 400 years. That's what in this actual, I want to say that it's the Masoretic text that says that. Okay, so that gives an account for that. Genesis 15:14 says, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. So it's not saying like we're going to stay here and enjoy our substance. Some people tied into, well, it's not all about the money. It's about the skills that you've learned in the West and so forth and that. Well, I take it as what it says substance to what it means wealth. So let's just break that down here by looking at the breakdown. Okay. So let's look at the word substance. H7399. Okay. And it speaks of good and riches. Okay. We know our people haven't got paid, for their timeline when they were, enslaved per se under the slave owners. But as Father loosened the yoke and allow us to be on our own land and, that forth, our forefathers never still yet got to create that wealth as far as they would pass down in, there to their generations. We would never receive that. We have had so many ways that they have blocked us from actually, progressing along the way, in which I truly respectively line that up with the Most High. You understand? We have to understand why things happen in the manner that it did, and it still is happening. Okay. So I wanted to show that to you all, that this prophecy speaks volume. So when we out thinking along the lines that they're going to do right by us with this reparation, no, family. We will know because the doors will be open so wide and they will make it fair. See, I've heard that, different cities or different states coming up with their different reparations, and I'll show that to you shortly. And then you have ones, of our own people who's working side by side with these people, right? And they're saying, oh, yeah, we can do it this way. Well, who determine who gets what? They're literally saying in so many ways that people who came from Jamaica or Cuba or Mexico or Puerto Rico or wherever, say South America, say the continent of Africa, those people would blend in with us and may get the reparation from America. So they would have to have stimulations or some type of where you would have to prove who you are. Well, I say different. We're the only people, you understand, that has our slaves' owner's last name. You understand? In America, that ties to our birth certificate and our social security number. They know who we are. Why we got to prove who we are? Ones who come from another country, they have to bring in, far as if they want to move here, have to do all the proper processing. So it shouldn't be a problem, but some of our own people who rubbing elbows with these people saying, oh no, you would have to prove that you are a descendant of slaves. Really? Then you have ones that come in from other places may want to claim whole, if that was possible, when they had this, circulating around about the ASOS, ADOS, I'm sorry, I believe it's ADOS, African descendants of slaves, okay. Or maybe American descendants of slaves. I think that's what it was called. So they, people was living here from the Caribbeans, and they said that they felt like they should be a part of, this reparation or anything that happens here because they're living here now. Well, the truth is that they would need to link back where they originally came from when they were enslaved and where they were, as far as their ancestors, where that would happen at. Now, some say, well, some of the ones got married to the descendants of slaves here in America. They have kids. So by right, those kids are privy to access to money coming from America, and they will also be, money coming from Jamaica or whatnot. Well, hey, but at the end of the day, family, they keep great records. Trust and believe. They know who we are. But that's how some may try to break it down, because if we, say put it in their hands, that's the way they will do it. But with the Most High, family, He gonna open the doors. All we gonna have to do, just know and understand when that comes. Not getting worked up or even giving these people the benefit of the doubt of them doing it. If the Most High Spirit is not upon them, as far as having a divine intervention where He changed their hearts, family, it's not going to be done by these people. It's going to be done by the Most High. And it says here, we will what? They will come out with great abundance. We're going to come out from these people. We're not going to be here talking about, oh, we're going to spend the money and do all the things we're going to do here where we at. It said we're going to come out. So let's take a look at some other things here. So just, to give you the definition of reparation, it says the making of amends for a wrong one has done, for the wrong that one has done, by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. Okay, family. Says the action of repairing something. So that's the way it would go, right? So let's go down some more here. So these are some articles coming from the New York Post saying about Massachusetts want to create a fund to pay reparations to the Black residents. Okay, Amherst creates funds to pay reparations to the Black residents. And the list could continue to go on and on. You see. So these within the last, 7 days that I'm showing here now. Okay. So the conversation is out there, family. So is this the work of the Most High? I would say things are being put in a place where it's surfacing, right? So I say, fam, to go even deeper, the Most High have revealed to, those who He want to touch in that manner, for them to come into this understanding that, preparing them, are they preparing themselves of what's to come? Okay. But nothing is going to be done unless it's divine. And if it is done, it's going to be half done if it's not divine by the Most High. It just not. They can bring some, change and push it our way and say, okay, this reparation. But at the end of the day, who gets it? Father going to make it fair. You understand? Okay. I just want to point that out. Just want to point that out. Okay. So family, that's all I have at this time. Giving honor and praises to the Most High Yah. See you all in the next video, family. Let's keep in mind, it will take a divine intervention for us to be delivered out of the hands of our enemies and for us to get reparation. Hallelujah. Blessings, fam. And Geta.